Thinking of moving to Burbank, California? Today I'm taking you on an entire neighborhood tour so you can see different houses at different price points in different zip codes on different streets, so you can get a really good feel of what it's really like living here in Burbank, California. It's got such a small town vibe to it, with big city access, being just a few miles from downtown. Of course, there are studios like Warner Brothers and Disney here that not only drive the economy, but really give the city an identity. I am here at the Burbank Empire Center. It's a huge shopping center, about 100,000 square feet of retail space, around 50 different stores, big box stores like Target, Best Buy, Nordstrom Rack, and then dining like Outback Steakhouse and Olive Garden, and then fast food like Wendy's, Panda Express, Krispy Kreme. So many different options for the residents. It creates such great tax revenue for the residents here. And then of course it's right off the freeway. So visitors can also come dine and shop. And of course you can also see behind me beautiful mountain views. So great schools, beautiful mountain views, great parks here in the city. But again, we're doing a neighborhood tour today. Stick around until the end as I'll take you to one of Burbank's best kept secrets. I'll also bring you to lunch, and let's get the tour going. All right, I'm gonna do this quick Google Map video. I love doing these so that when I'm on the ground later on in the video, you have an idea and some perspective as to where I am on geographically on the map. So first, I just want to show you this red dotted line boundary is the city of Burbank. It's about 17 square miles, a population of around 105,000 people, and the median sale price and home value in Burbank is around 1.1 million. You'll see like in different zip codes in the neighborhood tour, there are neighborhoods with smaller there's really smaller bungalows everywhere, older houses built in the 1930s, 1950s. But there's also a lot of new construction, ground up construction, tear downs of houses, or just cosmetic rehabs and renovations on homes. But the point is, there's a ton of renovations that are being done in Burbank constantly. So home values are, that is one thing that contributes to the strong home values in Burbank. On top of it being just a great city to live in and raise your kids. And the first thing I wanted to show you actually is that it's about 15 miles north of downtown Los Angeles. So you just take the 5 freeway down to LA, and here's downtown, and enjoy tons of stuff to do there. Another couple other landmarks I wanted to mention here. Right to the south of Burbank, right outside Burbank, is the Universal Studios Hollywood theme park. Very fun. There's the LA Zoo right here, and then also obviously Griffith Park and Griffith Observatory right to the south of those. 3 very close by things for you to enjoy right outside of Burbank. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything about living in Los Angeles, California and surrounding suburbs, then subscribe below so you can be the first to know about the current market in Los Angeles, California. My name is Jed with Next Home, and my business partner and twin brother Carlo and I have lived in Los Angeles for most of our lives. We lived in San Diego and Orange County, but Los Angeles is definitely where we call home. We love helping people make the move to Los Angeles, so whether it's 12 days or 12 months, feel free to reach out to us. All of our contact info is in the description below, and we'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Los Angeles. And then also Burbank, as you can see, is very close to other great cities like Glendale. Pasadena is right to the east over here. So great location for Burbank. And then as we zoom in, obviously you can see on the map, here's the Burbank Airport, huge economic driver and huge employer in the Burbank area. So that's one of the economic drivers here in the city, one of the major ones. And then also you'll see that the Warner Brothers Studios to the south. The Warner Brothers Studios, Disney Studios, other studios on the south of Burbank give it an identity, but also drive the economy and employment for the city also. And that's why, the housing market is so strong, because these industries, including others, drive the economy, and so people can afford these homes. A couple other landmarks just inside. Here is the Burbank Empire Center right to the west of the freeway, where I was at the very beginning of the video. And then right here right to the east of the freeway is the Burbank Town Center and downtown Burbank. So right smack in the middle of Burbank are these two hubs for entertainment, dining, and having a nice night out. So anywhere you live in Burbank really is just a few minutes drive to these fun things to do in your city. And then I wanted to point out the Stowe Canyon Nature Center, the Wildwood Canyon Park, and the Castaway Restaurant that is located in the Stowe Canyon and Wildwood Canyon Park Nature Center areas. Great restaurant that people hold wedding receptions, graduation receptions, stuff like that up in the hills. So really cool. And then the 4 zip codes I'm going to be in today: Magnolia Park. So Magnolia Park is actually where I grew up, between 5 and 10 years old. It is in the 91505 zip code. Magnolia Park has tons of character, and there are several mom and pop shops, just dotted with mom and pop eateries and retail. Magnolia Boulevard is one of the main thoroughfares of the city. So many great things to do there. I actually lived off Orchard Drive off Magnolia Park, so I'm very familiar with the area, and it's great for me living in Santa Clarita to have Burbank close by, and I visit Burbank all the time. So I'll be there in Magnolia Park. Then I will be in the Media District down below here in the 91506 zip code. Again, I mentioned there's the studios there, but also I'll be visiting Santoro's Submarine Sandwiches for lunch. Great sandwich place, legendary in Burbank, established in 1956, so we're going on close to 70 years. Great place to stop by and get some lunch later. So I'll take you guys there. As you can see also as I zoom in, there's a couple of cool things in Burbank. There's an IKEA here, and then also a Costco for all the residents to enjoy. I'm gonna be also in the 91501 zip code, which is around here. It's considered the Hillside District. If you can imagine, as you go up into the hills, the value of the real estate tends to go up, and so do the incomes. New construction going on. People, again, like I said, renovating and rehabbing their houses, so keeping up the home values of the community. Lots of nice houses up there. So I'll be stopping up there in the 91501 Hillside District. And then lastly, I'll be up here in the 915 larger properties up here in the hills. Also, you can see Bryce Canyon Park. So those are the 4 zip codes and 4 neighborhoods I'm going to be in today on our neighborhood tour. I think it gives a good idea of different areas. Property values are relatively close in value no matter what zip code, but again, the neighborhoods are different, and you'll see that once I get on the ground, and that's what the point of this video is to demonstrate that to you. So I think it's time to go hit the road. All right, guys, we're standing outside 825 North Catalina. This is known as Magnolia Park here in Burbank. This house is a 2-bed, 1-bath, about 1,000 square feet, and then it has a guest house in the back, about 400 square feet. This house was listed at $1.195 million, just sold for $1.42 million. That is above the median and average price points. Typically here in Magnolia Park, homes are sitting for about 40-50 days, and the average sale price is around 1.1 million. So this one did sell above the average, but it is a very nice house. New hardwood floor or updated hardwood floors, other cosmetic updates throughout the house. But I just wanted to also show you, look at behind me on this street. This is pretty darn typical of streets here in Magnolia Park in Burbank. This is actually probably my favorite area in all of Burbank. I grew up on Orchard Drive, just a couple of streets down here from Chandler Boulevard. Also here in Magnolia Park is a couple of things. There's the Chandler Bikeway. So it's about 3 miles of what used to be a railroad here, and now it's just a place for residents and visitors to come for a nice bike walk, jog, walk your dog. Super nice. And then there's also a Porto's here in Magnolia Park. There's so many mom and pop spots here in Magnolia Park that I love eating at. There's Larry's Hot Dogs and Burgers just past it. There's a Mexicocina, which is really good for brunch Mexican food, my favorite. But there is a Porto's Bakery that is more well known. Porto's Bakery is a draw here in Magnolia Park. So many good sandwiches, pastries. So cool, and it's always busy there. Again, look at this street behind me, tree-lined street, so quiet, so beautiful, and we're off to our next stop. All right, guys, we're at our next stop in our Burbank neighborhood tour. This is 830 Reese Place in the 91506 zip code, also known as the Media District, home to the studios like Warner Brothers Studios, Disney Studios, stuff like that. So this is a 2,000 square foot house on about a 6,000 square foot lot. As you can see, fully upgraded inside and out. Super nice farmhouse. The average sale price in this zip code is around, 1.35 million right now. Average days on market is about that 45 days on market like we saw in Magnolia Park, but the real estate is a little higher here. You can see some houses behind me, typical little bungalows. Some, are more updated than others, but ultimately still very well maintained street and houses in this neighborhood. Super quiet, I can hear a pin drop here probably, but right behind me too is the Chandler Bikeway. So the Chandler Bikeway is, it used to be a railroad system actually, and they converted it into a bikeway about 3 miles, where you could see tons of people, walking, biking, jogging, walking their dog all throughout the day. Such a beautiful thing to have in this city. And again, like I said, this is the Media District, so home to Warner Brothers, Disney, other studios, and those are such an economic driver for the city, and it also gives the city an identity. And I go over those things in other videos. Check out my pros and cons video as I go more in depth into that. But again, this is a neighborhood tour. Check it out behind me, such a beautiful street. So I am getting a little hungry. I think I'm gonna take you to Santoro's Submarine Sandwiches. It's a staple here in the Media District, established in 1956. Some of the best subs in town, so I'll see you over there. All right, here we are at Santoro's Submarine Sandwiches in the Media District in Burbank, established in 1956, serving classic cold and hot Italian sandwiches, voted best in Burbank several times over their history. I got the roast beef and provolone with the tomato, pickle, onion, salt, pepper, oil, oregano, added some mayo and mustard. So good with the oil and the acidity of the pickles. But Santoro's Submarine Sandwiches in the Media District in Burbank. All right, guys, we're on our third stop of our Burbank neighborhood tour, and I'm in front of 900 East Palm Avenue in the 91501 zip code. The 91501 zip code is considered the Hillside District. As you can see, I'm up on the hill, and so that's going down the hill. This is going up the hill. Beautiful, again, tree-lined streets, mature trees on these streets. So all the streets in Burbank are beautiful. But again, we're in front of 900 East Palm Avenue. It is an 1,800 square foot house on about 7,600 square foot lot, and it's fully rehabbed inside, new laminate floors, new kitchen, new bathrooms, the whole nine, and it's listed at around $1.7 million right now. When you come up here on the hillside, you're gonna see newly built houses like that, and then you might see maybe some older houses like the one behind me, which still well kept, but it is older. I drive up here pretty often, and typically, just like today, as I'm driving through the streets, I see several, more than a handful of construction going on and ground up construction going on. So a lot of times what people do up here is they'll just buy an older house, tear it down, and just build their own house on top of that. So, and that's investors too, investors, homeowners, they'll just build brand new houses. So again, you can find a 1,800 square foot house, a 1,500 square foot house, and then you might find a 5,000 square foot mansion on an 11,000 square foot lot for, $4 million. So again, this one is still pretty modest and, affordable to more people. Average sale price up here on the hills is about $1.4 million, and the average days on market is about 60 days. So this one's only been on the market for 4 days. But if you can imagine, when you start hitting $3 million, $4 million, the real estate might take a little longer to sell. If you can imagine, as is typical at a lot of places, the higher you go up in the hills, the higher the income, and also the higher the price of the real estate. So this is the Hillside District. Up here, you'll find the Wildwood Canyon Park and the Stowe Canyon Nature Center. Those are both great for hiking, just getting outdoors, have a picnic. And then up there also is the Castaway Restaurant. So it's a beautiful restaurant, great food. You can take a date, or people have their graduation celebrations there, or their wedding receptions there. Reasons to go to Castaway and, you know, have a night out. You know, this is the Hillside District, beautiful. Again, the real estate's a little more expensive up here, but this is on the west side of the, or rather the east side of the freeway too. In 91506, 91505 are on the west side of the freeway. So 91501 and the next zip code we're gonna hit on the east side of the freeway. And I think it's time to go make that next stop. 2528 North Orchard Drive. This house is about 2,500 square feet, and it's got a 700 square foot extra living area detached in the backyard. It's listed at about $1.8 million and on an 11,000 square foot lot. This house is also fully rehabbed in the inside to the nines. New floors, new kitchen, you know, vaulted beams on the ceiling, super nice inside. But this one is listed at about 1.8 million. The average sale price here up in 91504 is about 1.2 million. And the average days on market is around 54, 55 days. So again, if you can imagine, higher valued homes might take a little longer to sell. But just like over in the Hillside District, I'm driving up here and I saw at least 3 houses that are being rehabbed and, you know, updated as we speak. There's new construction that goes on around here too. Again, it's just adjacent to the Hillside District, so just right down the street. Up here, you're about 1 mile away from Burbank High School, about 1 mile away from my favorite park here, McCambridge Park. So really nice and quiet up here too also. Sometimes too, you're gonna see that there are houses like this, you know, not very updated. And so that also drives, you know, that affects the real estate up here too. But if you can see also behind me, there's a bunch of other houses up here, just like in the Hillside District, that are updated. And that also affects the real estate up here. When people are, you know, rehabbing their houses and remodeling their houses, it's obviously going to affect the real estate up here. And as I've mentioned, you see construction going on all the time up here. So if you're thinking about moving up here, the real estate and the value of your house is going to hold. It's a very desirable neighborhood, very desirable city to live in. I also mentioned that I was going to save the best for last, one of Burbank's best kept secrets, and I think we're going to go head over there right now. That's it. All right, guys, this concludes our Burbank neighborhood tour. I'm up in the Wildwood Stowe Canyon Nature Center, and I'm actually outside the Castaway Restaurant, and down below is the DeBell Golf Course. It's an 18 and a 9-hole golf course for any of you golfers out there. But I just thought I'd bring you up here, check out this view. If you eat up here at Castaway on the deck, you're gonna get the same view as I'm seeing right here. So I thought I would conclude our tour here. This is one of Burbank's best kept secrets that only locals know about. My name is Jed with Next Home. I hope you enjoyed this neighborhood tour as much as I did. All of our contact info is in the description below, and we'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Burbank, California. Until next time, guys.